Welcome back student to the next class of complex analysis. In previous few classes we learned few important things. So, let me summarize first today, that is first one is this important expression which we call Cauchy-Gaussian equation or Cauchy-Gaussian equation. It suggests that this expression means that if the function is analytic, then if I want to make a closed integral of this function in the region where this function is analytic, we will get the result which is 0. From that we also find two very important information, and that is if A is this. If the function fz is analytic, but please mind it, fz divided by z minus a, this is another function which is not analytic, because z equal to a point the function blows up, it calls singularity. We will come to this point later, what is the meaning of singularity extensively we will study, but here you should understand that at z equal to a point this function is not analytic. But if you do the integration, then you will get the result, and the result will be f a multiplied by 2 pi I. That is the additional outcome that we have from Cauchy-Gaussian equation. And thirdly, the extended form of this, it is called Cauchy's integral formula. Cauchy's integral formula. Now, here I am doing the same thing, but just having the derivative up to n order, then this expression is slightly modified. And I have some modified expression like this. This is also the one extension of this formula, just I make a derivative with respect to a, and then I will get this kind of form. So, now in the last class we did few problem using that. So, we will go with that, we will continue that, and we will do more problem, so that you can understand how these things are working for several different kind of contour. We will do that today. So, let me start with one problem, say example 1 or problem 1, whatever. The function, the integration is given like this: z cube plus 3 divided by z multiplied by z minus I whole square dz. This is a standard integration that you find in the book by Zill, but the interesting thing is that the contour is given like this. This point is 0 and this point is I, and it is going like this. Okay. So, this is the contour over which I need to calculate this integration. This is my C, total C. Now, in this contour, one important thing you need to note that in this portion it is one direction, and in this portion it is another direction. In this portion the direction is positive, in the sense my region which is this one is my region where I try to integrate that stuff, the region like this is my region here, and in the next case the region is different. Why it is different? Because according to my convention, if I go in this path, this is the direction along which I am going. If I go to this path, the left hand side, if I go right this, my left hand side will be the region, then I consider this direction as my positive direction. On the other hand, in this case, if you find I am going in this direction and the region is my right hand side. So, that means my right hand side since the region. So, the integration here whatever I will get should be with a negative sign. That is the main important thing for this kind of contour, you should be careful about that. Another thing is the two singularities that is here. One is I, because in this particular function, if you look this function, z equal to 0 point is a singularity where the function can blow up. Z equal to I is another singularity where the function can blow up and fail to be analytic. So, we need to calculate these things by keeping in mind that in this region I is here and in this region another singularity 0 is here. So, two singularities are there, but two different regions. So, what I will do here, that I will divide these things to two parts. So, first part is say this portion, this red portion I call my C1 contour, and another portion here I call C2 contour. One is C1 and another is C2. Now, I try to calculate the total contour, which is the summation of C1 and C2. So, if I write, it will be C1 with this sign, because this is my positive sign. Let me write it in a bigger way so that you can see properly. This, when I write this in C1, my I is here sitting. So, z cube plus 3 divided by z I should write the function in this way, so that the singularity portion in the denominator and whatever the function I have here, it should be a analytic function at that region, which is z square plus 3 by z is analytic in this region, red region. Also, I need to add the other part where the direction of the integration is in different direction, C2, and here I should write it as z cube plus 3 divided by z minus I whole square whole divided by z dz. I am writing the same function, but here I am writing this numerator in such a way that the function, whatever the function I get, is analytic in the region C1. Here I write this function z square plus 3 divided by z minus 1 whole square, this particular function, in such a way that this is analytic in this region where z equal to 0 is my singularity. So, now things are done, because now we are if I write here the form that my f a 2 pi I multiplied by f a is my solution. The beauty of this expression is you never need to do the exact or this is the two formula that I am going to use. So, here if I put this thing here, then my solution will be 2 pi I. If I call this function fz, then f prime at I, this is my first result. I need to calculate this one, however, minus, because I am now going to change this symbol. So, this is in a different, this is in the clockwise, I may need to make it anti-clockwise. So, that is why it should be negative sign. Then 2 pi I in C2 z equal to 0. So, simply if I say this is my function, so this function at 0 point. Please mind that this function and this function are two different functions, but I am noting the same way fz. You can do that in gz whatever, but just I need to put the value of these things. So, that is why I am not going to put any different function form. So, if whatever the function here is written here, make a derivative of these things and put I here, make a derivative. For this case no derivative is required because it is just z. So, just put 0 and you will get the result. Okay. So, what is my f here for this case? fz is z cube plus 3 divided by z. F prime z is how much? Derivative of this, so 3 z square multiplied by z minus this quantity z cube plus 3 and derivative of the numerator, which is 1 by z square, which is 3 z cube minus z cube. So, it is 2 z cube minus 3 divided by z square, something like this. Now, if I put f prime I just need to replace z to I and then I will get the result. So, f prime I here is 2 I cube minus 3 divided by I square. This quantity is how much? I cube is minus I. So, minus of 2 of I minus 3 divided by minus 1. So, eventually I have 2 I plus 3. This quantity is 2 I plus 3. Okay. So, let me put it here. So, this value I have 2 pi I, f prime I calculate, just I calculate, it is something like this. Now, the next part is 2 pi I, f0 means I need to put the value 0 of this function. Here what is my, for this case what is my f? My f is my f is something like z cube plus 3 my f is z cube plus 3 divided by z minus I square. This is my f for this particular function, this particular form. Now, I need to put f0 here, that means I just put z equal to 0 and then I am done. So, what is my f0 here? If I put z equal to 0, it is just 3, z equal to 0 and this is minus 1, I square is 1. So, I square is minus 1, this minus sign will be compensated by this square. So, we will have one plus sign and I should have something like minus 3. So, here I am getting something minus 3. So, my first part is this and my second part is this. So, if I now write 2 pi I, if I take common, then I will have 2 I plus 3 and plus 3 another 3. So, it should be something like 2 pi I multiplied by 2 I plus 6, or you can simplify more. So, it is just 12 pi, not 12 pi, 4, if I take 2 common, so it will be just 4 pi I plus 3, something like that. I mean, you can further simplify by multiplying these things and then you will get something different, but the result is like this, minus 4 pi. Okay, if you do that, then you will be minus of 4 pi plus 12 pi I. This is my final result in the A plus IB form. So, I put it, this result is correct, also this result is correct, this result is correct, all the results are correct, but it is convenient and it is always expected that whatever the result you find, you should put it as A plus IB form, because complex number is in general represented by A plus IB. This result is correct, but you can simplify to make it as A plus IB, as I did here. So, the result is something like 4 pi plus 12 pi I for this particular contour where the function is given like that. Okay. So, let me erase this and try to calculate few other problems, which is, so example 2, say example 2. So, the next problem I have is something like this. Z divided by z minus 1 z minus 2 dz. This is the integration I need to do, where the contour is given like this. So, contour, this contour C is given, z is equal to 4, mod of z is equal to 4. So, first we need to find out how the contour look like. Mod of z equal to 4 is nothing but a circle here, this is the circle of radius 4. So, this is 4. So, this point is 4, this point is 4, this point is how much, 4i, and this point is minus 4i. This is the region that is given to you, and if you note in this particular function, you will find that there are two singularities that is inside this, not only one, two singularities. Z equal to 1 where the function can blow up. So, I can say this is one of my singularities. Z equal to 2 is another where I have the singularity. So, these 2 points are sitting inside this circle, whatever the circle is there. So, one point is here and another point is here, this is 1 and this is 2, these 2 points. Now, if these 2 points are there, then I need to calculate this. So, there are two ways to calculate. First, say method 1, in method 1 what we will do, that I will just simplify these things a bit. This is my total contour C, and I simplify these things as z divided by z minus 2 minus z divided by z minus 1. this. I just factorize these things. So, I just, if we factorize these things, it will come, this equation is come like this. After factorization, I can separate out into two parts. So, one part is z divided by z minus 2 dz minus integration of z divided by z minus 1 dz. Instead of having one integration, now I am having two integrations separately, this minus this for this contour. When I am separating out two individual integration, then I can readily calculate, because for this case it is easy. The function, now I am going to use the Cauchy's integral formula here straight away, where z equal to 2 point is here. I should not bother about the 1, because in this particular function there is no singularity at 1. So, I should not bother about the other singularities. The other singularities will be taken care of this integration. So, I separate out, that is the reason I separate out, where the other part, this part and this part, there is no connection between this. So, 2 pi I, the result will be whatever the function, I will put function at 2 minus 2 pi I, whatever the function, I put this function, try to evaluate the function at z equal to 1 point, because it is 1 and it is 2. So, now if I do that, then what? So, 2 pi I, here function is both the cases same, the function f z is z for both the cases. So, I need to put z equal to 2 just, so it is z equal to 2 minus 2 pi I, here function is z. So, at 1 what value I will have? At 1 I will have the value 1. So, I will have 4 pi minus 2 pi I. So, the result is 2 pi I. Okay. So, what I did, that there are integration, the integration I just divide into two part, there are two singularities. When I divide into two part, then I calculate one part and another part separately without bothering about the other. When I do this separately, then I will get this result in my hand. So, now I can do that specific integration into another way also, and that is these 2 point I can have here singularity. So, I can separate it out, these 2 points, and write the function in this way. So, this over C is same as this and this, that we know from our previous knowledge. So, I can have these two separate, C1 C2 two curve I can separate, and this result will be for C1 2 is my singularity. So, I write this function like this. In the second case, my singularity at C2 for C2 circle is 1. So, I write this as z minus 2. So, for this case my singularity is at 2, and for this case my singularity is at 1, and my function, in the previous case my function was z, but here this function is z by z minus 1, here z by z minus 2. So, if I now calculate that, let me find out what value I am getting. So, 2 pi I function evaluated at 2 point plus 2 pi I function evaluated at 1 point. So, it is 2 pi I, this function f2 means I just put z equal to 2. So, it is z equal to 2. So, 2 and 2 minus 1. So, this entire quantity at z equal to 2 is 2 plus 2 pi I 1. So, z equal to 1, if I put z equal to 1, I will have minus 1 here. This function at z equal to 1, the value of this function at z equal to 1 is minus 1. This is 1, this is 1, 1 minus 2, 1 minus 1. So, this will be minus 1. So, again the entire result is 2 pi I, which is same as the previous one. Okay. So, this is method 2. You can do this in this way also. You can have this kind of example, more examples. So, let me give you another one where example 3. So, the function that is given as something like sin pi z square plus cos pi z square is a similar kind of, exactly similar kind of problem, just to dz. This is the function that is given to us. Now, also we need to mention about the contour, which contour I am calculating. So, C should be defined, and C is defined as z minus I is equal to 3. This contour is interesting because this is slightly different kind, not very different kind of contour. This is just another sort of contour where the circle, this is the circle and circle is where. So, this point is say I. First we need to find out whether any singularities are here, how many singularities are there in that contour, whatever the contour I am going to draw. That is the first thing for every problem you need to find out. So, this is my center. So, this is I, 2I, 3I. So, okay, let me put this I here. This is my I. So, this is minus I, this is minus 2I, this is 2I, this is 3I, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. This is my coordinate. I need to draw the coordinate properly, so that now I am going to draw these things. So, z minus 1 means this, and I will have a circle with radius 3, with radius 3. So, 1, 2, 3. So, 1, 2. So, here the circle will be something like this, 1, 2, 3. So, it will be going something like this. Okay, this is the circle where this radius, so slightly upper part slightly gone up. So, it should be something like this actually. This is my circle. Now, the important thing is that the value of 1 and 2, whether it is inside the circle or outside the circle, we need to find out. So, this value is, mind it, 3, right, because this is the radius, this circle is of radius 3. So, this value is 3. What about this value? This value is 1. So, you know what is this value? What is this value? Because your points 1 and 2 are placed here somewhere. you need to ensure that this circle, the point 1 and 2 are inside this circle. So it is, what is the value here? So it will be root over of 3 square plus 1, which is root over of 10 it is not 3 square minus 1. So it will be root over of this quantity if it is x. So x is 3 square minus 1. So it is root over of 8. It is say 2 root 2. So 2 root 2, that means this quantity up to here is 2 root 2. So obviously minus 1 and minus 2 should be inside this. That is the thing we just figure out. Now the rest part is straightforward. So I will again use that previous method. So I will just write this as a function. So function of z divided by z minus 1, z minus 2 plus integration dx dz, function of z divided by z minus 1 dz. Just factorize these two, where my function of z is sin pi z square plus cos pi z square. Okay. Now I put the value. So 2 pi I function of z at 2 plus 2 pi I function of z at evaluated at point 1. So this is 2 pi I. If I take common, what will be my first 2? So if I put z equal to 2, it will be sin 4 pi plus cos 4 pi. Sin 4 pi is, okay, here I should have a minus sign. So sin 4 pi is 0, cos 4 pi is 1, this is minus, then I put 1. So 1 is sin pi, again 0, and cos pi is minus 1. So I will have minus 1. So my end result seems to be 4 pi I. Okay, so this is the standard few problems I derive in the last class as well as in this class, so that you can familiar with this kind of problem and just use the Cauchy's integral formula to evaluate the integration whatever is given to you. First you need to find out how many singularities are there for the given. So when the problem is given to you, the thing that is also given to you is the contour over which, or the region on which you have to derive your have to integrate. So that means this region is important. First you find out the region and then find out how many singular points are there in the region. For this case here 2 singular points are there in the region. For example, if it is 2, then this 2 was outside, then you will get a completely different results. So you need to find out that in the function how many singular points are there, and then you just apply the straightforward Cauchy's integral formula and you get the result, that's all. So with this note, let me conclude the class here. In the next class we will start something new, which is called series and sequence of complex numbers, which is very, very important to go to the next part of this course. So with that, so let me conclude and see you in the next class. Thanks for your attention.